It's never been easier in history to launch a high-ticket coaching program than it has been right now in 2025. Everybody is a coach nowadays, right? Everybody is making a little bit of cash. Everybody has a skill that they're trying to teach everyone. What's the difference between offers that do $50,000 launches, $100,000 launches versus ones that do measly $5,000 to $15,000 launches, right? And it's because of the systems they have and the preparation they take before they actually launch their offer. And in this video, I want to give you guys the exact system we've used for our clients to have $50,000 launches, collect over $500,000 in high ticket sales for all of our clients across our portfolio. And these are real, actual data driven systems we're going to give you. This isn't just thoughts or theories. This is actual systems we're going to give you. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Jake Blonsky, and we talk about scaling coaching offers, high ticket coaching offers specifically, right? And not past, $10,000, $20,000 a month, but past $50,000 a month. Advanced techniques that we want to give you so you can grow and scale your coaching business. And maybe one day we can partner up with you and take you past where you're at right now. So I want you to imagine this real quickly. If you are that person who wants to scale past $50,000 with your launch, think of this. Let's just say you're getting a ton of notifications on your phone, right? And it's not from Instagram, it's not new followers or likes, but instead it's your phone going off with strike alerts. $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 weeks just because you put in the right system for your launch. You have a bunch of happy customers coming in, joining your offer, and excited to work, right? And you're excited yourself. You can finally be the coach that you've wanted to be and finally get the consistent amount of leads that you've been begging for, that you've been waiting for. You're about to get that in this video, right? Because I want to go over a 3-step process that's going to help you actually launch, fulfill, and actually sell all of these new students I'm about to bring you for your coaching business, right? So in this whole general overview, I want to make sure that you guys understand. Part 1 is going to be all about your pre-launch and the launch of your offer. What's that going to look like? How are we going to generate attention with a whisper T shout? And how are we actually going to go ahead and get these people to book in calls? Then part 2, what we're going to talk about is the actual sales vehicle that we're going to use, that we use for our clients going forward, which is a upsell, downsell funnel. We'll be talking about that in shortly. And then part 3 is actually fulfilling your coaching students. We have just signed how many coaching students, right? 20, 30 coaching students, but how are we going to fulfill for these people and have a smooth onboarding process, which I want to give you guys an actual roadmap to making sure every single one of them gets the best results possible. So if this sounds like you and you're excited for this video, let's get straight into it, because this will completely transform your coaching business. So taking a look at my screen, you guys can just see the results that this system has been able to generate for our clients that we work with, right? Here's an example of a reselling offer that we recently did that did $50,000, $48,000 in the first 9 days, $25,000 cash collected. Here's a content offer that we've done over $200,000 for in the last 7 months. This is all possible and everything that you can achieve with your high ticket offer if you launch it correctly, because your launch will allow you to scale and give you the capital to scale your offer to wherever you want to go, essentially, right? If it's $30,000, $50,000, $80,000, $100,000 a month, if you have a great launch, you will be able to do that, right? And that's what I'm going to show you guys in this video. This isn't a flex. It's to show you that this is a real system, a real concept that you can use right now to launch your offer and actually get some cash collected in the door. And before we even get into it, I want to talk about the whisper T shout, because I did mention it. I'm not going to go in depth on it on the Miro board, but think of it this way. Your whisper T shout is the whisper is you talking about it. You start building hype around it. So you can start making posts that, hey, you're building something, you have a big announcement coming up on a certain day, and that day would actually start the, the tease phase. But your whisper is more so just kind of showing people that you're building things behind the scenes that your most loyal followers, they're going to get a hint of, and also on your email list, throughout your YouTube content. This is for those loyal people, that 3% of the market who will buy from us no matter what. But I mean, if we can maximize on those sales and show them that we're genuinely building something, might as well do it, right? But now, when it actually comes to the tease phase, think of it this way. For your pre-launch timeline, that is what your tease is. Your pre-launch is your tease, and your actual launch of the offer is going to be your shout, right? Tease is like when the movie trailer comes out, and now, everybody's hyped up for it. They know something's coming, but the full movie hasn't came out yet, so they don't know. Then the movie comes out, and that's going to be your launch, right? So looking at this tease phase, we're going to be doing story pre-launch, a waitlist, and also email, right? So pretty much people are going to see it on our stories, and they're going to go ahead and join our waitlist. Once they join our waitlist, if they don't immediately join and buy, we're going to be actually emailing them, giving them more value to try and get them to book a call, right? So our goal is to actually capitalize and make as much as possible with the pre-launch phase. So then when we do launch publicly, number one, we'll have the capacity to bring more people on. And I mean by that with like sales teams, but we will actually be able to bring in more cash collected in the door, right? And actually show proof of concept that when you do launch your offer, if you already get someone in 2-3 days before that, you can use that marketing and what they think about the offer. Like, hey, I love this offer. I'm in it for the first 48 hours. This is a life-changing offer, so much support, so much things. You make a post like that, it's not even like you're launching an offer. You're just showing proof of concept that why your stuff works, right? But let's get straight into it though. With your story launch, this is a story sequence you need to be using. Take a screenshot of everything I'm going through in this video, pause the video, do what you gotta do, download it, right? Send it to someone. But with this, we're gonna start off with a social funnel launch, right? So this is gonna be a 4-story sequence that we're gonna run. Day 5 is actually gonna be the day that we post our launch sequence. But with these 4 days, what we want to do is follow this structure. Day 1, you're going to do a power offer. On this power offer, just like the ones that you see right now on the screen, you're going to go ahead and make a pretty much a statement that, guys, for the last few months, I've been working on something exclusive behind the scenes just for you, right? It's going to be an offer that's going to help realtors make XYZ. It's going to help business owners create better content. It's going to help regular young guys start making $10,000 per month with reselling, right? It's calling out their desires. We're going to call it their pain points without having to do this, without having to do that. This is something that the market's never seen before. You're creating this new opportunity, anticipation for something they've never seen before in the market, which is going to be your high ticket offer. And then you could break it down as well. And now you're actually going to tell them to join your waitlist, right? So you're going to have a story sequence. You're going to have the waitlist, the actual form to join your waitlist, or you could be like, DM me the keyword blank to join the waitlist. As soon as they join the waitlist, the way that's going to work is they're going to give you their name, their email, their phone number. Then you're going to go ahead and have a dialer, call them up and be like, hey there, saw that you're interested in this. And what we're trying to do is make it sound exclusive and get them to book a call with our sales team. Best thing, if we could do it within hours of that call, not even days, hours, if we could get someone booked in, even if it's a sales rep doing the dialing, calling them up, trying to get people on a call with them, because now we can actually go ahead and close these people as they're hyped initially, right? And you can even create a mini VSL. This is a bonus. If you create a mini VSL that you have the dialer send to them before they get on the sales call, you're going to absolutely crush it and create ultimate framing for your offer, right? And now from there, what we're doing is, the reason we're even doing a waitlist at the first place is, number one, we want to get the most cash collected, right? But even then, we want to go ahead and actually break up the amount of people we have signing up. We don't want everybody to sign up the day that we actually launch our offer, because we're not going to be able to get to everyone. We can't call them. We can't message them. We can't get everybody on the call. If we have 400 people trying to sign up, how are you going to get all those people on a booked call? You're not. But instead, what we're trying to do is we're trying to filter them out, but then also create spacing for our sales team to go ahead and be able to call these people, get them on the sales call, close them, get these people onboarded at the very same time, right? There's only so much time that one closer can actually take to do this, right? But with the waitlist, we're going to be building hype. So even if initially they don't buy, we'll get them interested. If anything, we might get them on a discovery call, right? So from there, the second story post we want to do, it can just be a normal lifestyle post. Generally, I like to create a timer though, right? So on Instagram, you have the feature where you can do the countdown. So on story post 1, do a 4-day countdown till the actual launch that you're going to do. And now from there, you're going to have the waitlist. And then today, for the second story post, just do a normal lifestyle, just showing your life, showing what you've been building, right? If you have an SVJ, show off your SVJ, right? From there, you want to build that hype and go ahead, throw that DM. If you want to join the waitlist, join, have the countdown timer there. Then you could do on day 3 a poll or a Q&A. Hey, what questions do you have about XYZ thing? Now you can start answering some objections that people may have, right? And then CTA for them to join the waitlist if they're interested. Or you could do a poll. I'll just do the opposite. Whichever one you do on day 3, just do the opposite on day 4. Have them do a poll on like who's interested to join. And this, you can actually have a DM setter for everybody who's interested. You have a DM setter trying to qualify all these people, or you can just have a CTA to join a waitlist, right? But now it's time to actually launch, right? So before we get into that, let me go through everything else. This is the actual sequence though for your waitlist that you will be going through, right? As soon as they join, you're going to get an automated message asking them why are they interested. You're going to get someone to actually call them. And now from there, CTA, book a call, get them to close, right? And we're going to be doing this for every single day. We're going to be doing this for the 4 days of our pre-launch because we want to get as many people in as possible. And when they actually do join our, waitlist, they're going to be getting emails daily about it, right? So day 1, initially, they're going to get an email immediately that's talking about the power offer, more in depth, right? We want to, if they're joining our world, joining an email or getting on a call, we're adding more depth into it. So think of this story post that we made right here. We want to go more ham into it, more kind of juice, add more stuff into it, more benefits, call it more desires with this power offer on email 1. Then email 2, talk about your personal story, right? Your own email, talk about your journey, how you were able to join. Then from there, case study, waitlist, launch. So day 2, you're just talking about your journey, how you achieved what you're going to help them do. Have a case study email if you followed people before. If not, just talk about your own journey again. And then waitlist email, talk about that you guys, have anybody who hasn't actually booked a call yet exclusively can actually join today for a cheaper price, like early early bird price where they can save $1,000 or $500, right? And then you actually have your launch email for that, right? But now it's actually time to launch your offer, right? So by doing this, you should have already collected a decent amount of cash, anywhere from 10 to 20,000 if you do this correctly. And really, if you have a huge following and you're actually a educational creator or coach, you're gonna have a ton of cash in the door already, right? But it's time to actually launch your offer now. The fun part, right? But we already did a lot of the work. So this is the easier part that we need to set up, right? For your story launch, this is for day 5. We're gonna do a story launch. And this is how we're gonna crush with it, because we're gonna have a story template just like this one. Let me actually make it full screen for you guys right now. But we want to go ahead and that first story template, you have two options. You can make blank story posts like static ones. I like to do a video. You should make a video like a mini VSL, which is going to talk about the offer, who it's for, proof of who it's for, and the benefits of it, and a clear CTA to DM, right? And now this is where we're going to actually go ahead and send them our actual sales process, which I will mention to you guys in just a second. But from there, we're going to send the free training to them. We want to frame it as a VSL book a call, but we are going to have a downsell to it, like I mentioned earlier. But here's an actual example post for you guys. So right here, I'm finally opening up spots for my program for agency owners looking to scale to 10 to 30K a month. I'm looking for 6 agency owners that are ready and willing to put in the work to scale to 30K per month using inbound systems. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you even haven't offered a niche yet. We will help you do everything, making it sound new, making it sound easy. And now from there, just have them DM you a keyword. You're going to send them automated message. If you can have a DM setter, but if you have a big following, you just want to automate it and send them to a free train, right? But make it limited, make it sound like you're only accepting a certain amount of people. And now day 1, you're going to make this post, you're going to get a lot of traffic. For people who didn't join the waitlist, or even people who are just recently following you, the people who are skeptical in the beginning, these are the people that you're going to be bringing in and flooding it, right? Then you're going to have day 6, 7, 8, and 9, right? What is this going to look like? Well, for day 2, what we do for our clients is we like to do an actual Q&A with a DM CTA. So you can just ask questions going back, like, what questions do you guys have again about my offer, right? I talked about it the day before. What questions do you have? Day 3, do a subtle flex. Just be like, wow, guys, like there's so many of you guys that are reached out. 300 of y'all reached out for my creator program. I'm getting back to you guys all. What are we talking about that one though? Why are we doing that? The reason we're doing the subtle flex is people like to follow the crowd. So if they see that 300 plus people are trying to join, they're going to feel as if they're missing out if they don't try to join today. Day 4, talk about the case studies. And even now, you could go back from the last week from the people who joined your offer and start getting case studies from those people. Like, these are people who just joined the offer. This is what they're all thinking. You can have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just give you mad aura when you're doing that, because now they're just gonna be like, wow, this is an actual good offer. These are people who just joined the offer. Like, if they're saying it's this good, it has to be this good, right? And then day 5 is just gonna be the last call. Listen, if you want more sales for your digital products this year, I have 3 spots open left. We're gonna do this, very similar to the power offer. And the way this is gonna work, story CTAs, IG story, keyword, they swipe up with a keyword, main chat replies with the free training, wait 5 minutes, and it might even say like, why are you interested in this? And then we can have an actual DM setter DMing everybody on Instagram, right? So that's what we're gonna do for story launches. Now with Reels, it's gonna be a little different, right? We're still gonna be posting every single day of the launch, but with Reels, this is gonna be more kind of a colder audience, but at least day 1, it will reach all of our followers, people who are looking for us right now, right? So this is an example I did with my client recently, Jaden Young. We did this one, had 29,000 views on it. Think about that, 29,000 people. And this is a launch post, right? And you might think like, well, how are they able to do this? Wasn't it like a salesy post? Well, it kind of was, but it kind of wasn't at the same time, right? So if you guys want to actually go check out that post, just put this in your search bar, go watch your reel. It's a really good reel. It's not salesy at all, but we had everybody comment the keyword launch and get them inside of our sequence to join, right? And that is what post 1 does. Post 1 is a CTA DM conversion, trying to get them to book a call or go to a free training. Then post 2, exact same thing, but this one could be more so actually talking about case studies or something you've learned around the journey, right? So day 1 is just straight up a VSL. Day 2, it could be trying to handle objections or talk about your journey. And then days 3 to 4, there's just gonna be regular posts that you make. But with these regular posts, you want to actually put in the comment section where if they comment a keyword, you will send it to them essentially, like for them to join. This is regular content at this point. We don't want to bombard them with too much salesy stuff because it may hurt conversions going forward for your brand. But 2 days for Reels is more than enough, and then every single day on your stories, more than possible. right? But now we're getting a bunch of booked calls. Now let's just say you got 50, 60, 70, 100 booked calls in the last week and a half, right? You are cooking. You are finally getting people to want to join your offer just by following the system and the templates I've given you so far, right? Now we actually got to sell these people. How are we selling these people? Well, the way we're going to do this is actually through a VSL funnel. And the way I like to do this is, when you do make the launch, exclusive free training that you're going to be giving people, right? And this free training is pretty much, for an example, learn exactly how you can make your first $5,000 to $23,000 per month by reselling luxury items and electronics. Watch video 1, boom. If you're getting a lot of traffic, you want to have an application. If you have under 5,000 followers, put a book a call. But if you have more than 5,000 followers and you get a ton of engagement on your content, you want to actually go ahead and have a qualification sheet and then have the dialers reach out to everyone. But I'll talk about that in a second, right? Have an actual page set up with results of people who are getting wins in your offer. Or if you don't have that yet, just go ahead and show the results that you've been able to achieve, right? But we're going to have people watch a VSL that will pre-frame them. Since we're not going to have immediately a dialer calling someone from the waitlist, we're going to have a VSL to nurture them, to get them to actually apply to join our program, right? And now what I like to do is for any high ticket offer, if you're selling it under $2,000, I don't really think that's a high ticket offer, but if it's over $2,000, that is a high ticket offer. So everybody who's qualified, you want to actually get them to go ahead and book a call for your offer. They're going to book a call, and now from there, they're going to be actually sent to a pre-call page. Congratulations, your call's been requested. We're going to reach out to you. As they're waiting to be reached out to, just have them watch a pre-call video, have a dialer call them up, make sure they're qualified, they're good to go. And now from there, what we're going to have them do essentially is they're going to watch a pre-call page. The dialer's going to call them. We're going to close the lead, right? And even on top of everything, right, we're going to be actually going at qualifying these people, sending them about 4 to 5 emails a day before they actually get on a sales call, handling objections, future pacing, talking about the new opportunity and what they can achieve. And now from there, if they don't show up, we have a follow-up sequence. And if they do close, we onboard the students. It's that simple. You're going to get people to watch a VSL, and people who are qualified, just have them VSL CTA application. And now from there, they're going to book a call. They're going to get a dialer to call them up. They're going to watch some pre-call videos and make sure they buy, right? But if they are unqualified, a lot of people, what they like to do is, oh, sorry, I can't help you. You're just losing out on sales, right? What we could do instead is send them to an actual $17 to $97 product. What I like to do, here's just an example that I've seen on the market so far. It's for Ravi. It has a $17 offer, right? It's a YouTube offer. So for this, you could do the exact same thing, like a $17, reselling offer that's going to get from A to B, right? From there, you're going to have them actually watch another mini VSL, or you can just go ahead and sell them on the spot, but a mini VSL selling them on this new digital product. And from there, have 2 bumps in there to collect more cash. They don't need the bumps, but just getting more cash through the door. Have them join a school group where you can actually filter all your leads out right now. Initially, you can use this going forward to scale as a free school group funnel, but have a free school group in there. As soon as they join, they get in a group, and now from there, they will actually be told to jump on a YouTube implementation call. Now it's for Ravi, but for you, you can have a reselling implementation call, whatever that might look like, getting them on a call with a dialer or a setter and having them call them actually qualify, because some people, they might just disqualify themselves on purpose, and we don't want that. We want to be able to make as much cash collect as we can. So even if we could just filter out 5-10 extra people from this, I mean, if you're selling a $2,000 to $3,000 product, what does that do for your business, right? An extra $15,000, $20,000. And now from there, exact same process. We dial the lead, we close, right? Here's just some of the numbers that we did for that reselling offer. So we were able to do $48,000 revenue from it and $25,000 cash collected, right? You want to be able to have something that can actually track this as well. You don't want to just be relying on a pipeline. I like to use a spreadsheet as well for this. It just allows you to go ahead and actually get the math behind your offer, right? And this is going to allow you to scale going forward. By being able to have the math behind your offer, you can see what works, because you might launch initially, make a little bit of cash, but there's a few things that we can start tracking now. Number one, you can just track the closing percentage. But your VSL drop off, if people are dropping off in your VSL after 5 minutes, that means at the 5-minute mark, you have seriously messed up, right? And that's the same thing for the waitlist. When we make that mini VSL, it's to test the marketing angle, get people in there, tell them what they liked about it, and then double down on the new VSL when we actually launch. Same thing, application drop off. When we're doing application, where are people dropping off the most? And as a bonus tip, please never have like your contact information as the first question in the application. Always have it as the last question. Just start asking questions like, hey, are you someone interested in reselling? Yes. yes, this question, this question, this question. And at the very end, you want to say, give me your contact information so I can send you a personalized, thing. Now they feel like it's personalized to them. It's for them specifically. We've had an 80% drop off rate if you start off with the contact information immediately. And we did $52,000 that month for the content offer. 80% drop off. We did $52,000. Please don't make the mistake I made. If you go ahead and fix that immediately, we would have made so much money, right? But I digress, whatever, right? But now here's the show up rate as well. You can track the show up rate, the closing percentage, and the average order value. Why is this important? Because if you're going to scale with ads, you need to know how much you're making per deal. You can't just say, oh, I have a $3,000 offer. I'm making $3,000 a deal. You might not be. You might be doing a lot of payment plans, which we did do for this offer. I mean, pretty much half of it was on payment plans. So, it's harder to scale if you don't have that cash on hand, right? If you guys want to track it like this, DM me on Instagram. I'll send it to you as well. But also, with every single one of your sales calls, make sure it's recorded with Phantom. Make sure, because a lot of you guys are like, I don't know why we're not closing people, because you're getting objections. Every single call that you did not close, even the ones you did close, have the closer ask them, why did you want to really join this? What is it about this offer that stands out to you after they bought? Have them say that. There you go. You have free marketing firepower right there. But then also, every objection, you can go ahead now and start creating pre-call assets, trainings, YouTube videos, IG content, email content, just to handle people going forward with this, right? But now, let's do a little overview. What have we accomplished? So let's just say you're able to book 50 people at least with an 80% show up rate, which is the baseline for our clients. And you're able to close 50% of that, right? How much would have you made so far by doing that, right? If it's an 80% show up rate, you have 20 people who would have bought $2,500 offer, let's just say, right? How much would have we made? $50,000 launch right there. And this is how easy it is to do a $50,000 launch. Quite simply this easy. Like everything I've went through is not complicated at all. Nothing's complicated. It's all simple. This is a video on a model. It's simple. You can achieve this by implementing all of this, right? By having the right team structure, by having the right team members, by having the right systems, you can do this, right? We don't need to actually sit down and do $10,000, $15,000 launches. Those are little baby numbers. We don't want that. This is $50,000 that you're able to do by having the right launch. And that's only 20 people buying a $2,500 offer. People have $2,500. That's not a lot in today's economy anymore. At least for a high ticket offer, that's a pretty cheap offer right there, right? But I did promise you guys I'm going to talk about fulfilling your coaching clients. So let's actually get into that, right? So I want you guys to look at these two things. These two things are going to allow you to keep track of everything. Number one is you want to go ahead and I set up an automation. So as soon as someone buys, or you could do this through as soon as they buy, or you could do this through a pipeline change and go high level. What you want to do is either have send a message to Slack or to Discord, whichever you're doing. And from there, it should say their name, how much you cash collected, their phone number, and how much revenue is supposed to be collected as well. Because it doesn't matter. It could be a 3K offer. We collected only 2K. We have another 1K that we're due, right? So we want to be able to keep track of that as well. Have that inside of your Slack or Discord channel. Have a separate channel for it and collect it through Zapier, right? And now also onboarding. A lot of you guys' onboarding sucks. You're manually adding people into your offer. Don't do that, especially if you're going to be bringing all these people that I just gave you. Don't do that. Instead, have a trigger point. One of these trigger points will be a sales report form for your closers, a purchase form, right? Pretty much as soon as they buy through the pipeline or move them in the pipeline, right? So from there, initially, this is what your automation should look like. Send them the contract, send them an onboarding email. And here's an example of an onboarding email of a program that I've joined before, Growth Accelerator. Here's an onboarding form, join a WhatsApp chat. Here's access to the offer. And then they had a custom CRM for me. Awesome, right? Then from there, a lot of you guys stop there. Don't stop there. Instead, we want to do, create an actual welcome sequence for them when they join your offer, right? This is how we're going to get feedback and make sure people are getting results. Because with your coaching offer, if you are not getting people results in the first 7 days, they will leave your offer. They will not want to be in your offer and they will leave. So what we want to do is day one, go ahead and actually just introduce them to the offer. This is separate from the onboarding email. This one, all we're going to actually do, go ahead and just welcome them like, hey, awesome. You're so excited you're joined. These are your first steps that you need to be doing. Have them start doing like a little bit of, information, go through some of the course material, maybe book their first one-on-one call, all that kind of cool stuff, right? Day two, have a check-in. Make sure they did everything you told them to do on day one. And then day 7, make sure that they did all the steps that they were supposed to do in the first week. Get on their onboarding call, fill out their first bit of homework, first bit of course material they went through. Maybe it's an outreach offer. If it's a content offer, they should make content by now. Then day 30, do a feedback form, ask for feedback on the offer. Same thing on day 90, ask for feedback on the offer, right? That's how you're going to fulfill your coaching students, right? right there. That's how you're going to at least get them in. And now the way you fulfill them is a super simple process. You want to be able to get them a road, right? If you don't have a roadmap for your coaching offer, please DM me on Instagram. I will give you one, because a lot of you guys, you need a roadmap. I'm just saying, you need a roadmap, right? Clearly outline how they're going to get results in your offer, 3 to 5 key steps from taking someone from point A to point B. The way you're going to deliver this is one-on-one calls, group calls, course, resources. Great. Big mention. Do not market your process of the offer. Do not market the delivery of the offer. Nobody cares that you have a one-on-one coaching offer. I don't care. Nobody cares you have group calls. Nobody cares you have a course. Nobody cares that you have resources. What do they care about? Transformation that you will get them. They care about what you will help them achieve, not that you will coach them. If they wanted someone to be coached, they would go back to school. They don't want that, right? And by doing this, you just seem like the 4% of the market who make the most money. Iman Gadzhi's not saying, I will one-on-one coach you, even though he could say that. He's a big authority. But these big guys are not saying that because they understand that they're just going to lose out on people who want to buy, right? But this is a really good process that you guys can implement right now for your coaching program. Day one, go ahead and onboard them. Give them access to the offer, like the onboarding email I showed you. Have them fill out an onboarding form. This is going to be your market research in the future. Have them go through a snippet of material, quick win material, right? This could be like changing their paradigm, their thought process. Make sure that they start posting in the group, just anything that you can just get them hyped up, because that's what an offer is going to be. I actually spoke with an operations lady recently, right? Oticia, and she told me that in a coaching offer, it's in the first 7 days that someone will actually decide if this is a good offer for them or not, right? Through the first 7 days, through the engagement they get, through all the material they go through all the resources, they will make that decision and realize, did they regret doing what they're doing or not? Or are they excited and hyped? Day 7 will ruin or make your offer, because if it's a 90-day offer, they're just not going to go through it. And what's the point of signing people if we can't get them the result and be able to market that going forward, right? So then day 2 to 3, get them to actually onboard, outline what the next steps are going to look like on this onboarding call, what they have to do. And then now going back to, like I talked about on the roadmap, what does phase 1, 2, and 3 look like of your offer? Have an actual roadmap where they can mark things off. I like to do bi-weekly one-on-one calls for my clients. Do bi-weekly one-on-ones. You don't let your clients book a call. I think that's stupid, right? Because you're just giving them they have to think, they have to decide, they have to do. Make this as easy as possible for them to get results. Just bi-weekly one-on-one calls. If you have 20 students, do 10 of them one week, do 10 of them the other week. You're only doing 10 calls a week, right? Do 1 or 2 group calls a week. That's a done with you. Have a course in there, do it yourself, have a community for questions, create templates and resources for the hardest things that they need to do. Do this, please, because when you do this, you're going to get them phenomenal results. Just go ahead. Whatever the hardest thing is, maybe it's a CRM, give them a CRM. Maybe it's finding, vending machine locations. Give them give them like a locations list, right? Don't have them figure this stuff out. Just have them do. Those are the best coaching offers. Just having people do things, right? Outline everything they need. Like I mentioned, if you have not, reach out to me on Instagram, because maybe you're afraid that I have an automation there. It's not, it's me. Ask for this. I'll send you this exact roadmap. You can use it for yourself, right? But that's the whole process. Everything I just walked you through is how we get numbers like this for our clients. This right here, everything I walked you through the pre-launch, the launch, the actual sales process, right? Yes, you could do this doing a webinar, all that kind of stuff. I just love book a call. I love VSLs. I think they're amazing, right? But this is what you can achieve with your offer by doing this, right? I do want to end this video off with one thing, right? If you are a coach who wants to actually scale their offer or wants to launch a high ticket offer, someone who has some kind of experience, maybe you ran an agency or have some kind of skill set and you want to launch an offer, but you see everything I showed you, you know it's possible, but you don't want to do it yourself, book a call down below. This is not a salesy call. Let's see if we can even help you. If you believe that me and my agency can help you actually scale your offer or even launch it, book a call down below. It's a free audit call. And if you don't have a high ticket offer yet, we'll show you what you could do with your offer. If you do have an offer right now, we'll break down your entire system, see where you're stuck at, and help you actually implement systems into it to start scaling and growing that, right? So that's the end of the video right there. If you are interested, book a call down below. Peace.